Welcome to Leading Authority. I'm Sandra Gopal. Thank you for joining me on this online platform. Today's podcast is entitled Unstoppable Determination. The phrase unstoppable determination has a very different meaning for every person. So what does come to mind as you hear me say this? If you have a pen, write it down. Write down the very first thought that comes to your mind. How would unstoppable determination affect your situation right now? How would it affect your career, your family, your business, your organization, and maybe your life? For some, the first thing you would be thinking is, oh my goodness, I have so many things to finish or to accomplish. I haven't even begun, is what is probably going through your mind. So are you where you should be? Are you what you should be? You see, life is about challenges. Oftentimes things go wrong. We can allow anger, resentment, and frustration to sink in, or we can end up in self-pity alley and shrink away, or we can refocus, make adjustments, and transition to make things happen no matter what. In everything there is purpose. Everything that happens certainly happens for a reason, so work towards building up whatever has been broken down. It is a part of your purpose. Hiccups and road bumps are part of the journey. Sometimes you will encounter boulders along the wayside. These can be little distractions that the mind seems to illuminate. So never underestimate your strength against the size of the challenge. You were made for that challenge. It is an opportunity to bring out your energy, your power, and your resilience into changing that situation. So seize that opportunity and move forward with a strong determination. We were born with courageousness. We have strength. We have power. So we should be living on purpose every day of our lives. We must become unstoppable. We must be determined to forge ahead. COVID-19 has certainly disrupted lives, but it has also created a new lifestyle. It brought about courageousness. It brought about the fight, the strength, the power, and resilience. But it took us also to a whole new level. I have seen people that were stuck in the old way of doing things suddenly embrace the new. I have seen a lot of positivity come out of this era. Yes, we have had challenges and sorrows, but as Thomas Wilder said, it's hard to turn the page when you know that someone won't be in the next chapter, but the story must still go on. You see, time is a healer, so let's forge ahead whilst preserving wonderful memories. COVID-19 is not over and won't be over for a long time, but we can continue building ourselves upward as we live our own stories. Live in the moment, live in the present, embrace the future. Never allow a virus to take control over your strength. You can fight anything. Use the fight that is left in you to forge ahead. Never give up. Surround yourself with the right associations. Stay close to those that inspire you. Stay close to those that challenge you. Stay close to those that lead you forward, to those who take you higher. Stay close to people that will encourage you. Stay close to those that want to see you live a better life. Stay far away from those who drain you. Stay far away from those who don't add growth to you. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from those that constantly try to pull you down. Make your destiny happen. You know, a seed is planted in the ground. It is covered by dirt. It does nothing but see darkness and has to push its way up through the soil. But it also has to take root at the same time. It knows that in order to grow, it needed to be put underground. It needed to be covered in darkness, and it needs to struggle to reach the light. It fears no light and no darkness. It needs both in order to grow. So when you feel like you are being buried, then remind yourself about the seed mentality. You are the seed that will refuse to die. What we can learn about life is that after every dark night there is a bright morning. After the storm there is a rainbow. Sorrow comes in the night, but joy comes in the morning. During the darkest phase of life, we can stand strong. We can let the light shine bright. Yes, the light that brings a ray of hope. When you go through a dark tunnel, you know there's light at the end. There's always a ray of light in your heart waiting to give you the courage you need. So yes, it's unstoppable determination that gets you through any darkness. In all of my many hours of reading, I came across the story of Emmanuel Taban. It is a story that is so close home, which is Africa. It is not an American celebrity story. It is not the American dream. It is a true story filled with real courage and a real human being. I believe that this story will certainly inspire you. Emmanuel Taban arrived in Johannesburg as a teenage refugee in 1995 with nothing other than the clothes he was wearing and no place to stay. His unbelievable faith in life and unstoppable determination got him to not only qualify as a medical doctor, but then specialize as a physician and then specialize in lung disease. His story began when he was born in South Sudan in 1976 into a Catholic family. His father was a soldier in the Sudanese People's Liberation Army. He died in March 1993 during a clash with government soldiers. Shortly after this, his mother was arrested and put in prison for 2 months. Taban was a boarder at a Catholic school. He went home for the December holidays and was soon arrested himself. He was taken to the prison in Juba and then to Port Sudan. In prison, he was constantly interrogated about his father and brother. He was tortured and he was beaten. His task there was to go dig salt in the harbor from morning to evening with no food at all. It was only at night that he was given some bread to eat. The torture and beatings went on for 3 months. After some time, the commander of the prison offered help on condition that he would change his religion. That was his only hope at the time, so he accepted it. His name was changed and he had to learn a new religion. He made good progress, so was eventually allowed some freedom. As soon as he found an opportunity, he escaped. He walked for 3 days until he reached the border of Eritrea. There he immediately was imprisoned for failure to present identification documents. He was unable to explain his situation since nobody there spoke any English. And so after 45 days, he was released and given temporary documentation, which was not in English. Soon he met his dad's friend who assisted in getting him proper documentation. He could not go back home for fear of his life, so he got onto a cargo ship from there, heading to Mozambique and then South Africa. When he arrived in South Africa in November 1995, he had absolutely nothing. He only knew of the missionaries that worked both in South Africa and Sudan, so he contacted them. He stayed with them and finished school and went on to medical school. He graduated as a medical doctor and further specialized twice. What would you have done in this situation? Would you have given up? Would you have survived? Sometimes we look at our own situation and think that it is the end. We always assume that we are going through the worst time of our lives until we hear a worse off story from someone else. I look at children born into starvation and poverty, children trafficked into other countries, and children abused. India, Brazil, Ethiopia, Africa, these are some of the countries that I make reference to. But the world is filled with evil, hatred, and harm. Innocent children born into this world never see daylight. They know nothing about happiness. My heart bleeds for them as they suffer. But many of them survive because they have their fight on the inside. They fight for survival, yet we are in a mess when we lose someone in death, when our business plans fail, when we have no income. Look at your situation and fight back. Take on the world. Everyone has a story, some good, some bad, and some unthinkable. Unstoppable people are strong. Unstoppable people are warriors. Your strength is on the inside. You have untapped power on the inside. You have the skill, the talent, the energy, and the fight on the inside. So use it. Tap into that potential. So today I want to give you a few perspectives on how to have unstoppable determination. Number 1, believe in yourself. Be who you are. Be confident. Be bold. Be courageous. But be careful about your mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. So think differently. Fight back. Bounce back like nothing ever happened. Never be afraid to be who you are. Say what you have to say and do what you have to do. Number 2, never fear. You only really know who you are when you go through adversity. You suddenly pull out all the stops on courage and boldness. Defeat is not in your vocabulary. Never allow the opinions of others to bring you down. They don't know your story. They don't know the path you walked. So keep moving forward. Let nothing stand in your way. Choose to fly even if you have to fall, because you can still get up and try again. Number 3, have a clear vision and write it down. Vision gives you a sense of direction. You know your destination in advance. Put your vision into action and make it happen. Nobody said it would be easy. Don't be an imitation of someone else's vision. It only makes you a replica or a copycat of something else. You will never be who you should be. Your dream will never come to pass. You will be living someone else's dream. You will be unfulfilled. You will always be the bridesmaid and never the bride. You will always be the master of ceremonies and never the keynote speaker. So write your own vision. Write down that vision and follow through with it. Number 4, choose your inner circle wisely. A wise man once said, be careful who you let on your ship, because some people will sink the whole ship just because they can't be the captain. How many of those type of people do you know? You see, they could be drilling holes to sink your ship. So be wise in your choices of who is in your circle. Number 5, be persistent. Every boulder along the journey just becomes a stepping stone. You find a way around every hurdle. Moving forward is what it is all about. You already know what you have to do, and you know how to do it. So hey, just do it. Number 6, embrace change. Unstoppable people don't panic in the face of change. They understand the importance of being flexible and embracing new developments and innovations. Being adaptable means having an elastic mindset and adjusting as your environment shifts. Every industry will go through disruption and sweeping change. Those who are relentless don't allow themselves to be pulled down by change. You will understand that you must be resilient and versatile or risk becoming ineffective and irrelevant. You either learn to bend and flex, or you will be broken and discarded. Number 7, take action. Act on your instinct and do what needs to be done. Most people will be relaxing whilst you are well ahead. You are simply becoming a master at what you do. You will perfect and practice what you do. So be proactive. Be so proactive that you won't need to be reactive to any challenging situation that will arise. Number 8, wrap up success. When your goal has been reached and you're feeling successful, pack up and move on to the next goal. Don't dwell on what you think is success. Many people assume long service is success. Many people celebrate their long service. They live for longevity awards in a company that really does not want them. The company is stuck with them. They have been in the same job for many years. There are no long service awards. Never be in a place of satisfaction or comfort. As I come to the end of this podcast, I remind you that we have and continue to face a huge challenge with regard to COVID-19. But has COVID-19 put an end to us? No, it continues to disrupt life, take lives, and more. But we must fight this and come out stronger. My wish for every one of you that is under the sound of my voice today, that you will have unstoppable determination, that you will believe in yourself no matter what lies ahead. Believe that there is always hope on the horizon. Don't become a replica of someone else. Don't desire what someone else has. Confucius said, if you shoot for the stars and hit the moon, it's okay, but you've got to shoot for something. So when things go wrong, that's your opportunity to put new, powerful energy into making life better than ever before. So seize every opportunity that comes your way. Flood every part of your life with unstoppable determination.